This is the Cold Brew Brewista Cold Pro commercial cold brew system. It's a 10-gallon bucket, and it has a reusable filter bucket inside it that sits on top of what is called an adapter ring that goes inside the bucket first. Inside the bucket is a spout that needs to be inserted with a toddy filter, which I will grab, which is over here.
And this is the old toddy system that we're using, which is in a 5-gallon bucket and makes about 2.5 gallons of cold brew.
This 10-gallon bucket is going to make 6.5 gallons, and by trial and error we have learned that brewing it for 30 hours, this is a test run, is going to get a better brew than 24 hours.
And just to explain, we're using a 5-pound bag in this one, and we were using a 5-pound bag in this one, so you get more coffee, or more cold brew, should say, with the same amount of coffee.
So the filter gets inserted into the spout.
Okay.
The adapter ring goes inside the bucket and sets in the notch, and the filter slides right in. At the end of brewing, you can lift up these handles and turn the filter this way, and it will sit on top of the adapter ring and drain. Now, the directions say that it's optional to use a paper filter, but it's recommended, so since they come with the kit, we're going to use it. They're extremely expensive and they're extremely fragile.
Especially when they're wet.
And then these orange clips fold up, and the filter can be tucked down, and they can sort of hold down the filter. It's not a beautiful fit, but it's what it is. Holding the filter in place as opposed to tying it like we used to do in the 5-gallon bucket. It's not really. Can you help me out here, Erie?
No.
All right. So the directions say to place filter inside facing upward, add half of the coffee. So we're going to add 2.5 pounds of Capri ground for toddy. This is such a cool system. And slowly pour 13 quarts, which is 3.25 gallons of cold water, into the coffee, making sure to saturate. Don't stir, just pour. This is best achieved using a pitcher with a good spout to distribute the water, so we're using just a basic water canister so that it can be evenly distributed. And we're gonna come up with a way for you guys to measure out 6.5 gallons of water, which might even be easiest to do with like 6-gallon jugs of water, you know what I mean? Because they pour easily.
But for now, we're just using our handy-dandy 5-gallon bucket.
And then I'm just going to slowly pour to make sure that all the coffee gets saturated. We found that when we brewed it for 24 hours, it just wasn't as strong and didn't taste quite as good. So when we talked to the rep, Megan from Seattle, she said that we can brew it for 30 hours.
Set, go.
So we paused the video so that we didn't have to bore you guys with pouring all the water in, but we're gonna, we put approximately half of the water in the bucket with 2.5 pounds of coffee. So we're gonna pour the rest of the coffee in. And can you see like how full that is, Ari, from where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then we are going to finish filling the container up with the 5-gallon bucket, and then we're gonna fill another 1.5 gallons, which will make a total of 6.5 gallons of water. We're gonna brew it for 30 hours, and we'll let you know how it goes.